Good evening, friends. Welcome to my channel, Ek Kitab Se Ek Moti. Today, I'm going to talk about a great personality who had a great influence on me. This personality was a friend of Mahatma Gandhi, and he was a jeweler. He was also a very spiritually advanced soul, and he had a tremendous influence on Gandhiji, especially during his initial days as a barrister who had returned from London, and also during Gandhiji's stay in South Africa. Rajan Bhai used to assist him in his spiritual journey. So sometimes Gandhiji used to have questions on whether the soul is immortal or not, and how different religions view immortality and the soul, and how different religions are related and in what way they are different. So he used to have a lot of questions, and Rajan Bhai used to answer his questions and clear his doubts. I'm going to make a video maybe tomorrow on one of the great books of Rajan Bhai, or Shrimad Rajachandra. It's titled Atma Siddhi Shastra. So I might make a video on that book tomorrow. Rajan Bhai was a jeweler, and as I said, he was also a very spiritually advanced soul. So the reason I'm making this video is just to clear this confusion, or I should say, just to I just want to reject this idea that a spiritually advanced soul cannot be successful in worldly life. So Shrimad Rajachandra was a very successful businessman as well. So he was a jeweler, so he had this great ability to distinguish, all these precious gems and stones, and he was able to identify their worth, or he was able to find out which ones were pure and which ones were not so pure. So he had great ability to identify gems, which was an essential attribute needed in order to succeed as a jeweler. So while doing his business, he used to have these religious books on his desk, the traditional desk, where we just sit cross-legged on the floor or on a bed, and then we have this desk, which is placed in front of us. So he used to have all these religious books on his desk, and a diary. So whenever he used to get free time, he used to note down his thoughts, jot down his thoughts in the diary, and that diary was later published as a book. Shrimad Rajachandra is primarily known nowadays for his great spiritual treatise or shastra, or spiritual book Atma Siddhi Shastra. That is, if I translate it, it will be Atma Siddhi in a sense, like perfecting one's soul, and Shastra is like any religious book or any manual, we can call it. So a manual on perfecting the soul, something like that. That's a rough translation of that. So what I'm trying to say is, a spiritual man can be successful in business as well. And when he decided to go into business, he was a partner of one of his relatives. So when he decided to go into business, he framed a code of conduct for himself, and he used to never deviate from that code. That is, he used to adhere to the code very sincerely, and that helped him in the conduct of his business as well. So what we learn from this personality, this great spiritual personality, is that worldly success and spiritual success are not contradictory, or they do not conflict with each other. So we need not think that just because someone is spiritually inclined and someone is a very spiritually advanced soul, that person will be a failure in business or a failure in worldly things. That need not be the case. I think some people used to think that he was one of the greatest minds of our country. I mean, I'm not sure who used to say that, but I have read about this. So tomorrow when I make a video on Shrimad Rajachandra's book Atmasiddhi Shastra, I'll talk about this idea that he was considered one of the most brilliant minds of our country. And other than his spiritual and worldly success, that is, other than his advancement in the spiritual field and his advancement in the business field, he was also a great he had great powers of concentration. So he used to perform all these avadhans. Avadhan is like an ability to perform different tasks at the same time, or in parallel actually. So like he had the ability to play chess with one person and to continue counting certain numbers and remember some words told by others. So it's called Ashtavadhan or Shatavadhan. So they have some people can do 8 different activities in parallel, or some people have this ability to do 100 activities at the same time, and with concentration and focus. So his name appeared in the newspapers of that time. And even Veerchand Gandhi, when he made his speeches along with Swami Vivekananda in the Parliament of Religions in Chicago, mentioned Shrimad Rajachandra. So tomorrow when I make the video, I'll have more to say on who Shrimad Rajachandra was and what he used to do in his life. And he had a very short life. I think he lived to be maybe 32 or 33, if I'm not wrong. So I'll mention those things tomorrow when I make that video. So let me just recapitulate. Shrimad Rajachandra is a great example of a man who was both spiritually successful and who was successful in his business as well. And there is a lesson that we can draw from his life, that success in one field need not imply failure in the other. We can be successful in both spiritual and worldly fields. Thanks for watching this video.